Learning Objective 6 from Section 4.1 is to choose appropriate measures for summarizing central tendency and variation of a distribution based on the shape of the distribution. Here's an example. We've looked at it in a few different videos. Brickyard Bakery is trying to predict how many loaves to bake. In the last 100 days, they've sold between 90 and 140 loaves per day. The dot plot of the number of loaves they sold for the last 100 days is given, along with summary statistics for the bread sales. What are the best measures of center and variability? Explain your reasoning. The measures of center and variability depend upon shape. The mean is the best measure of center, and the standard deviation is the best measure of variability for symmetric distributions. We like the mean and the standard deviation because they have nice interpretations, they work well in formulas, and they are used in much of the statistical theory behind a lot of what we will be doing in this class. However, they are not resistant measures, so if there is skewness or outliers, then the mean will be pulled in the direction of the skewness or outliers, and the standard deviation will be larger. The median and the IQR are resistant measures. The median is a resistant measure of center, and the IQR is a resistant measure of spread or variability. And so if there is skewness or outliers, then we should use the median as the best measure of center and the IQR as the best measure of variability. You can look at this distribution here and you can see that the right tail is pulled out longer, and so we know that this distribution is right skewed. So therefore, the best measures of center and variability are going to be the median, which is 100, given in the summary statistics above, and the best measure of variability is the IQR, which is computed by subtracting Q3 minus Q1. Q3 is given as 108, Q1 is given as 98, and so the best measure of variability is the IQR, which is 10. Here's another example. A simple random sample of 100 people was collected. Each person was asked, if you own a cell phone, what was your cell phone bill last month? Below is a histogram and a box plot showing the results of the survey. Part 1 says, what is the shape of the histogram? This histogram looks very similar to the one we looked at before, where the tail on the right is pulled out longer. Let me try to draw that a little bit better. Something like this. So that makes this a right skewed or a skewed right distribution. Which are the most appropriate measures of center and variability? Just like in the example above, the best measure of center for a skewed distribution is the median, and the best measure of variability for a skewed distribution is the IQR. How will the mean and the median compare? Well, in a right skewed distribution, the mean, which is not resistant, gets pulled towards the right. So therefore, the mean will be larger than the median.